You're genuine, right?
Even asking me that question
Is it?
rather insulting, yeah.
What battalion are you in?
You fucking lie! Walts are fucking witty!
What forces?
SAS, British Army.
It's wrong.
Welcome to Tactical Truths, the go-to series for military news, tactical analysis, and frontline stories that matter. Before we get started, I need your help. 73% of you who watch regularly haven't subscribed yet. If you like what we do, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and helps us make this show better for you every single week. I'm Phil Campion, former UK SAS, and this is Tactical Truths. Right, let's tackle something that truly winds me up. Stolen valour. You've seen them. People wearing medals they never earned, claiming military service they never performed, exploiting the reputation built by the real heroes. And it doesn't end there. Fake military charities are lining their pockets while pretending to support our veterans. Should the UK make stolen valour illegal? And how can we clamp down on these creatures? Time for some blunt, no-nonsense tactical truth, I think.
So I'm here in Deal. We've got this alleged veterans purporting to be a charity, but actually is a business.
Right, I've actually seen a couple of these charities. I've seen them in London, and I've seen one in Southampton.
When I look at their company number, it doesn't exist online. There are 4 other companies by this name that have been dissolved in the last few months. This chap who stood here, people are putting money in his tin, and he's claiming to be rehoming veterans. As far as I'm concerned, this is not a legitimate charity.
It's a fairly easy thing to do, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And it gets public support in a heartbeat.
Out here making money. He's not telling people up front that he's actually a business. When I ask him and challenge him in front of punters, he refuses to say that he's not a charity.
Right, go on then.
I think he's taking money off the public.
Ask him. Go and ask him. Go on.
And I think he's a scammer.
You're being rude and abusive.
Maybe I'm being rude and
You're being rude and abusive, but I'm packing my kit and getting out of it. That's what he's doing, isn't it?
abusive, but I'm glad you're taking it down.
Rude and abusive. You won't ring the phone number.
Off you go, off you trot. That money's much better spent in legitimate military charities where money actually goes to veterans, not into your pocket, which is what's happening here. It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It helps rehome my
Why on
veterans.
earth would you set up a business to do this rather than set up a charity? It makes no sense
Why
whatsoever.
don't you?
And you're in the army?
There you go. Right. So you can see there, he's packed up and he's run. And actually, I've seen this happen. I've seen someone confronted before, and before I've even got my chance to step in, they've already gone. They rip that kit down and they're out of there at the slightest sniff of somebody challenging them.
Yeah.
What forces?
SAS, British Army.
The SAS?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're supposed to be incognito?
No, because basically...
Right. For me, this geezer has probably got a few genuine issues.
Incognito was a thing, but because obviously there was a telegram upon the mission that...
He's not asking you for anything. He's not saying, can I have this, that and the other. He's not making any physical money out of it. He's not asking for a job. He's not trying to get a position in a security company. He's just living in his own world a little bit, isn't he?
Russia was taking people if they found out like whose family was SAS and stuff. And obviously I took it on 2 years ago and deleted their mainframe and completed the mission. So
there's a bit of what we call fantasies going on here as well. To a psychiatrist, and I'm not a psychiatrist, there's probably a lot going on here, isn't there? There's a lot going on.
And it's all completely safe now. So
Did you do that on your own or with a team?
I did that on my own.
Really?
Yeah.
And to be fair, the geezer interviewing him here should realise this fairly early on and sort of like screw the nut and just sort of like move on and not entertain him so much as he probably is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did that on my own.
Have you ever suffered any kind of mental health?
Yeah, I mean...
See, now he actually touches on mental health, all right? This is...
It's just the army hasn't paid me yet, but they're going to pay me soon.
And how long was you in the SAS?
10 years.
Since you were 17?
Yeah, since I was 17. They took me on training with the Paris for 2 days, and then they said, you know the notes that you wrote us? Because I wrote them a load of notes, and I said, if you don't take me on as sergeant, you're going to miss out on...
I mean, he sounds like he was pretty decent, to be honest. I'll Right, no, stop it, Phil. You're wrong, right? This guy, seriously, right, has got all sorts of problems going on. And I personally, in fact, I'm going to scrap this now because there's no point in looking at somebody like that. There's no point. He needs to go and see a shrink. He needs to go and sort his own head out. Probably needs some medication. He needs some help. He needs some serious help. And rather than stand there and sort of like berate him, let's just cut most of this out of here because it's not good. I just wanted to give you an example of some of the stuff that gets thrown up in front of people. Like, here you go. This clip contains some very strong language. Let's see what goes on here.
Here he is, the man of the hour, the man of every day. If I'm on a holiday, like there's a big massive stage.
Here we go. So this is the famous one who gets called out on a TV show where he is wanting to become... What has he wanted to become? What do you become at the end of this? Just another punter that goes home. But anyway, look, this was a famous one. This is probably the most famous call out of all time. And my mate Billy's there.
Just make it my own. I'm just like, it's giving it all of this.
After James admitted a previous drug problem,
Number 7. He's an interesting character.
the DS have been scrutinising his background further.
Get him in then, Ant. Get him in. Billy, I know you've got something to say, ain't you?
And find his old CV online.
Armed Forces Parachute Regiment.
It claims he spent 3 years in the military.
Lying little bastard. I asked him at the start whether any military
This is going to go down like a fart in a spacesuit.
experience. So he said he was in the army. He said parachute regiment.
And you asked him if he had any...
Yeah, I've asked him a number of who's got military experience or background. He never said a fucking word. Or
Go on, Billy. He's making a mug out of you, son. He's making a mug out of you.
he's saying he was in the fucking army and he wasn't. A Walter Mitty. One way or the other, innit?
Integrity.
Get him in. Get him in.
In the Special Forces community.
Now, this geezer doesn't look like he's got mental health, by the way. You know, whatever he's done with his CV, wherever he's put it, he's gone for the kudos. He's gone to sort of like improve his own status or standing or qualification within whatever it is he's trying to do. So this is the right call out for me.
They need to be open with us. Otherwise, there's going to be no trust there. There's going to be no loyalty there. Talk to me.
Right, here we go. Let's. This is where it becomes interesting.
About the parachute regiment. Obviously a big part of your life, that.
He knows. He knows straight away. You can see it in his eyes. Look at his eyes there. He knows straight away. You, my friend, have just been rumbled. And he probably thought he was going to get away with that. Do you know what I mean? Because they searched for that online and they found it. Do you know what I mean? He definitely 100% thought he got away with this.
CV is quite impressive. I like that.
Welcome to the Brotherhood. We're brothers, you know that, don't you?
Liar! Liar!
What battalion you were in?
If I'm honest stuff, it's a lie stuff.
Walter fucking Mitty!
Fucking lying!
I joined the forces at 17.
Shut the fuck up!
I was fucking parachute regiment. Have you heard of stolen valour?
Obviously not.
Friends of mine have fucking died for that title.
And that is a serious point. A serious point. And Billy's actually quite serious here, isn't he? There is a serious side to this. I know I'm taking the piss a little bit, but there's a serious side to this, isn't there? As Billy's about to point out to this young man here.
To be called a paratrooper. Do you understand that? Fucking died, gave their life, gave their fucking blood. Tell us who the fuck you really are.
I am fucking shaking. Think about what you're saying.
There you go. He's not too happy about that, is he? And that is the impact that stolen valour can have. You're lying. You're pretending to be something you're not. Yet, in some people's minds, it's probably the easiest one to get away with. And I've encountered this many, many times. I've encountered it in the street that I live in. Somebody telling me that so-and-so was in the SAS. I encountered it while I was serving. I could tell you many a story, but it's not for here today. when I say to you, people do this a lot, it does happen more than you would think. And it's not all for people who've got mental health. It's not all for people who are struggling. It's not all for people who might be a little bit behind on what the programme is. Some people are genuinely doing this to gain a little bit of purchase in their lives. And it's wrong. All right, listen up. There's something utterly disgraceful going on in our country. People pretending to be soldiers, wearing medals they haven't earned, and worse, setting up fake military charities to scam well-meaning people out of their hard-earned cash. In the US, stolen valour is illegal. Here in the UK, though, it's a different story. Right now, it's technically not against the law to falsely claim military service or wear medals you've never earned. Meanwhile, con artists run fake charities claiming to support veterans, siphoning funds meant for genuine heroes. Now, listen to this and listen really carefully. There are people out there who've got genuine mental health problems, who put on the badges, wear the hats, put on the clothes. You know the score, right? There's something wrong with them. And we can tell that, we know, don't we? And it's wrong to, if you like, have a pop at them. Okay? Now listen to me now. When I say I've got a Southampton top that I wear, I don't play for the club, do I? All right? That's where I'm coming from. But if somebody is making serious gains in their own personal life by pretending to be something they're not, or they're stealing money, or they've got a job that they shouldn't have because they pretended to be someone they're not, that is wrong.